What does it mean to be healthy? And what is too healthy? Is that a thing? Is spending too much time and mental effort concerned about your health bad? Because there is a compulsive nature to many of the behaviors we in society reward or view as being healthy and good. And I think I struggle a lot with drawing that line. So I want to first say that I do think health is possibly the most important thing in life. Good sleep and daily exercise, I think, is essential to living properly. Your physical body is the only thing that is truly real in the most literal sense of the word. Um, Obviously, your job and your career and your family and whatever, any mental construct or social construct that we have is real and you feel true satisfaction out of those things. But in the most nitty gritty sense of the word, what you have, what you actually are, is your physical body. And to not take care of it is a great, great shame, which is paraphrasing Socrates. So we've known this for 2,000 years. He said, one of the greatest shames would be for a man to grow old and not see the strength and beauty his body can achieve, or something along those lines. And that feels very true. And it also does lead me directly into my thoughts on what it means to take health too far, because achieving your full potential is absurd. It's impossible. You can always grow. You can constantly grow. You could always spend 5 more minutes at the gym each day doing something a bit more. Obviously, there's a concept known as overtraining, but you can figure out a way to pace yourself and always get slightly more out of each day, no matter when you stop. So when do you stop? When do you stop with dieting? Because some people eat zero sugar and it works great for them and makes them feel great, but some people really want to have sugar, or some people restrict their calories. But when are you being too restrictive? When is the negative effect on your energy and your mood from that calorie restriction worth the health benefit you're getting from reducing your weight or your body fat? It's not black and white, obviously. Your 2,000 calorie a day weight loss diet is probably fine. Maybe your 1,500 one is too. Is there a specific calorie number where it becomes okay or not okay for you to be restricting yourself? It's very hard to say. And obviously, it's super variable and depend on the person. But even then, there's no binary answer where you can say this is good and this is bad. There's such a myriad of factors at play there that it's hard to determine when you're doing too much and damaging yourself, particularly when even these damaging behaviors, this compulsive dieting, compulsive exercise even, can have such manifest benefits to you. In my daily life right now, I'm working out twice a day, which is a lot. And there are downsides. My days are not as long as they would be if I wasn't spending almost 3 hours a day, with like a morning block and an evening block exercising. And I love it. It makes me feel really happy. I don't just like purely exercise. I'm playing sports, so it's like a lot of skill work. Like playing basketball. Um, it's not as strenuous as my like morning exercise where I'm in the gym or I'm running. So I'm not like overtraining and I'm not getting burnt out at all, but it is a big time demand. And there is time for me to do even more exercise. And I think about that regularly because it would make me feel good to be even more fit, to exercise even more, and to be even stronger and faster and even more skilled in my sports. So when do I stop? When have I exercised enough for the day? I have other stuff I want to do. I have other pursuits that fulfill me. And if we hold the physical as paramount, when can you actually say you've done enough? I think this is something everyone has to think about for themselves, obviously. And I think about it every day, and I'm still not certain. I'm pretty happy with where I am right now, but bringing it to another line, dieting. I often have pretty restrictive diets where I'm only eating one meal per day in order to reduce my body fat percentage and get leaner, so I can run faster or run for longer. Um, and I'm in great shape. Even before doing that. So is it stupid to do it? It does make me happy, but there are also downsides. I feel hungry for a lot of the day when I'm doing that. I don't eat as much as I would, and I really love eating. So this self deprivation is very nuanced, and finding the right answer there is impossible. Right now, I'm in a place where I want to enjoy eating, especially summer is hot here in New York, and I want to get the most out of the rest of my summer. So I'm eating ice cream. I'm indulging a bit more. I'm having, you know, a few Diet Cokes a day, or Coke Zeros actually. It's a lot better in my opinion. Um, but when is this indulgence okay? Uh, I struggle so much with drawing that line, and again, this daily, I it's not daily ice cream, but the fact that I'm having ice cream more regularly, or allowing myself to give in to having sweets, and a bit more calories and a bit more refreshing stuff, it's it is actually making me happier during the day. I feel so nice. I look forward to these things, and in a weird way, it actually promotes the compulsive restriction that comes to me sometimes, because I know how good it feels to have that ice cream, the chemicals that go off in my brain. And when I don't have the ice cream, because I'm like, I want to lose some weight and I want to look even better and be even more fit, I think of how good it felt to have the ice cream. And the fact that I know I'm restricting it myself from that makes me think that what I'm doing is even more vital and important, and just good for my body and for myself, because of how much I like the thing that I'm taking away from myself, which might be a very unhealthy relationship with self restriction, and the idea of denial, self denial, and maybe even suffering in some sense. But I don't think that's necessarily the case. I think it also is good to be able to impose self control on yourself. And I realize that now in 6 minutes, I haven't really taken a stand on what I think the line should be for anyone. And that's what I want to talk about today, is the fact that this is really hard for me. And if you're struggling with this, I hope you have something to say about it, because it's it's hard to say. It's so hard to say. I want my abs to show, and right now they do, and they could show even more. But I really want to have that ice cream. It tastes so good. It's so hot outside. I don't know. My body is more important than the feeling of having that taste. I think right now, as I speak, I'm convincing myself to put away ice cream for the rest of the summer, which is crazy, because if you read the transcript, it doesn't seem like that's what logically would be justified by what I'm saying, but it's kind of what I feel now. I feel like I should maybe rein it in a bit and eat a bit healthier. Why? Why do I feel like that? I'm healthy. I'm fine. And you can always get more healthy, which is a dangerous cycle. I hope that other people are, you know, I don't hope you're dealing with this, but I hope people who are dealing with this, because I know for sure that you exist, I hope you have some wisdom to share. Because all I can think of is remembering to indulge sometimes, and take care of myself and making myself smile with with taking a rest day, or having that ice cream. But then sometimes I think that's not wise. Like isn't there something really nice to the doctrine of complete self-restriction? And there is. Um, yeah, I don't think the extreme side is the one I'll land on here. I think have being able to moderate yourself is good. Um, but again, that just might be an idea that you kind of hear repeated as common wisdom. Oh, you don't want to be too extreme. You want to make sure you're happy. Otherwise it'll break you. But like, you want to be as healthy as possible? It's hard. So if you're struggling with this too, let me know. Talk about it with me. I'd love to hear what you guys think. But yeah, I think probably moderation is the way to go. Maybe I should work out a bit less, and spend a bit more time doing other stuff, or maybe I should, be more willing to have some unhealthy food throughout the week. It's hard to say. If you're dealing with this, let me know. Peace.